Hi, this is Jim. I just want to show how easy it is to post on our forum. That is, ask a question or respond to a question or just introduce yourself. We call that making a post. Okay, whilst we've got well over 1 million posts on our forum, so it can't be that difficult because we wouldn't have so many. But I admit it's not that intuitive to do. So we're on the home page of the forum, and on our left here, as I scroll down on the left, you can see the long list of forums. But there's nothing quite obvious screaming at you how you can post. So I'll show you first how to respond to a post rather than make an initial one. If we go on to recent posts here, when my Welsh connection clicks in, so if we scroll down and we see right, here's someone's got an urgent problem here with a Thetford. We click on that and we read the thread. And when we get all the way to the bottom, there is our avatar inviting us as if we've already got our answer there, but we've got to write it yet. And it's a good idea to have it at the bottom. So many people on forums are guilty of just reading the first post and then hitting reply and realizing that they can make a pretty fool of themselves if they've not read all of the responses on the forum, which may well have covered the point they're making. So it's always a good idea to read the thread properly before you respond, which is why it's a good that our response box here is at the bottom of the thread. Okay, this is called a quick reply box. If we just want to type a quick reply and maybe add a smiley, which I'll show you how to do in a minute, then this box is fine. We can type our quick reply, we can check it for typos, and we can hit post reply. However, if we want to do things like preview the post before we send it, we need to get this button here which says more options. So let's do that now. We click on more options, and now we've got a few more options below, and we've also got some additional items up here and another item down here which we'll talk about later. But let's say we want to add some smileys here. We can click on the smiley box and up come these smileys here. Now you probably know that this is bold and this is italic and this is underlined. If I want to make some text bold, I highlight it and then click the bold button. So there is the text bold. So all of these attributes here work by highlighting the text and then applying the attribute. You see how that works. I highlight the word type and I'm going to put that in a larger font, sorry, a different font, Times New Roman there, and I'm going to highlight the word quick and I'm going to put that into a larger font there. So that's the type of thing we can do that, and it's pretty straightforward. Okay, back to the smileys then. If I want to insert a smiley, then wherever my text is, my cursor is, I click and I can, if I want to put a smiley in there, I can do. So wherever the cursor is, the smiley is inserted. Now, like I said, to get the smileys to appear, you click on this button here and they come down at the bottom. Now, you can see some smileys here. Some of the old forum smileys are here, and there are other smileys on the system. I'll show you how to get to them in a moment. You don't have to bring the smileys up and then choose one. You can just type the shortcode if you know it. I know the shortcode for a regular smiling smiley is colon and bracket. So although it doesn't look like a smiley at the moment, if I click preview here, the preview will appear above this thread. There it is. There's my colon and there's my smiley. So all I typed was this, but this appeared. So if I want to use a thumb, I know that to get to the thumb smiley, thumb up smiley, I go bracket, Y, bracket. Now if I click preview again, up here is our thumb. Let's try that again. I know that if I do colon DM colon, when I click preview here now, I'm going to get a big Daily Mail thing. Now, That's quite a handy smiley sometimes on our forum. But I'll show you how you get those, how you can learn these short codes. If you hover over the smileys, now you might not know what this means, but there's one that says cautious, and there is one clearly crying, and you can see the description crying, but you can also see a bit of code there to the right, and it says colon cry colon. So up here, I know that if I want to insert that crying smiley, that's all I have to do. And when I make my post, the crying smiley will appear. There it is, look. So if you hover over the smileys, you will learn. So not only will you learn what they are, whistling, mad, stick out tongue, etc. So if you want to, you look at the code to the right of that. If you want, all you need to do is type that, and when that thread is passed, when you post it, we're looking up here, there's the sticky out tongue smiley. Okay, there are other smileys on the system. All you have to do is scroll to the bottom here, click on help, and we've got a help file here which is going to be expanded considerably later. But if you click on the top, there's smileys. There's every smiley on our system, and there's also the code there that you need to type. So some of the code doesn't need the colons either side of it. Some of the code does. So you can see them there. So if you type colon party colon, you're going to get this dancing animated smiley. Okay, that's pretty much all you need to know to make your first post. So you type it in here, add smileys if you want them, and then push reply to thread. Okay, that's responding to a post. You're replying to a post. Let me show you how you make one. Now if we go to the forums button here where we started, the home page, we can also get to that home page by clicking anywhere on the banner here. That will take us to the home page. And here we are with a list of forums. The thing with making a post, you must choose the forum first. So if we are going to choose, we're going to be talking about continental touring. We click on the forum, and only when we're in that forum to talk about continental touring does this appear, post new thread. So we can click that. This opens, and it opens up into the full box this time, because we're going to need all of our things, not the quick reply which is at the bottom of threads when we're applying to them. So we can do everything we did here, but this time we must give it a title. Once it's got its title and we filled it up with text and any smileys will look the same, then we just hit create thread, and our thread is created in that form that we've made, and it'll appear on recent posts and new posts for everybody else to see and respond to. So that's all there is for making your first post. I suggest if it's your first post, what you do is you go to the forum. If you want to make sure you're there, the home page, click on the banner up there, scroll down a little way to introduce yourself, and click on new thread here and introduce yourself. As you can see, lots of people have done it before you. There are thousands of people that have done it before you, and they always get a nice warm welcome. So why not do that now? Thanks for listening. Ta-ra.